Alright, let's find out what's wrong with this thing. Last time it didn't work. See if it does now. God, still doesn't work. All I want you to do is get me some beer. Is that hard to ask? I know you're a sonic screwdriver, but I've amped you up to be so much more. Bring me some beer. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, what do we have here? Huh. What's this? Oh, hello. Big Rock Brewery Barrel Aged Edition. Huh. I like my barrel aged. Maybe this thing's working after all. Oh, and I like strong beers. We've got a bourbon one that's 11%, a sherry one that's 8.25%, and a cognac which is 10.6%. Huh. Well, I say we start cracking into them. Welcome to the next edition of Booze Reviews.
I walk in the bar and the fellas all cheer. Order me up a whiskey and beer. You ask me why I'm writing this poem. Some call it a tavern, but I call it home.
That's right, boozers. You got yourself, or I got myself, some barrel-aged beer. Oh, it's about time. I've been kind of missing out on this kind of stuff. You know, I like barrel-aged, and I've been having a few of them. I've been really wanting to try some different kinds. And Big Rock came out with this series last month, or actually, I guess last year now. And I don't think they've ever done something like this. So, when I was on tour of the brewery back in August, I did see some barrels in there, and I did hope that this was something that they'll be sharing with everybody else. By the looks of things, it is. So why don't we crack into this puppy and we'll try the first one, because we're going to go through all three of these suckers. Alright. Well, as you see, the 3-pack is actually quite a nice box. It's very well built, it's thick, and it's gorgeous. So let's start off with one that we have not seen by anybody or that anyone really has seen before. We're going to go with the cognac. Now the cognac was one of their ones that they said that a lot of people have done before. There's a little description on the back here too. Steeped inside the same French oak barrels that once had been used to age cognac, that most revered and beloved of brandies, this ale is an elegant treat. The eccentric notes of cognac complemented with the refreshing crispiness of the hops, creating a surprisingly rich, refreshing, and delicious beer. Well, I'm not a big cognac fan, but I'm willing to try to see what this is all about. Let's pop this sucker open, shall we? Make sure we don't explode. Well, it's nice and bubbly. It's a auburn golden brown color, or golden auburn brown color, whichever way you want to say it. It has a head remaining on it. You can smell that it's been barrel aged. I actually like that smell. It's sort of like a woody sort of smell to it. Well, folks, I got 3 to go through. Down the hatch. Cheers. Huh. Well, that's a little different. It's got a plethora of flavors. Yes, folks, I just did say plethora. So as you have a sip of it, you get a tart taste going on in your mouth. And then it goes sweet. And then it goes woody. And then it slowly dissipates. Like there is a lot of different flavors happening in this one. I don't mind it. It's not bad actually. It does feel like a higher class beer because of the barrel age and because it's done in such a style of a cognac that it has the robust flavor of a cognac, because that's what I find with cognacs is they're a little robust and a little acquired taste-ish. But this is actually not bad. Like it's not bad at all. It's warming up down here, and this one is the 10.6% one. So this one's the stronger one. You don't get a real big burn of the alcohol either. But it is there. Yeah, it goes tart to sweet. And then tart again, and then woody, and it hits everything on your tongue. That's actually kind of unique. It's not bad. That's what I like about the barrel ages, because they actually bring out a little bit more flavors in the beers, and they give something a little bit more to complement the beers if it is done correctly. Yeah, it's not overly sweet and it's not overly tart. It's got a balance that's intriguing. I'd probably buy this again. I'd give this a 3.5 out of 5. Like it's there, almost there. Like it's not bad. Like this is a unique kind of beer. Something that I would probably try again. Well, that's a cognac. Up next is another one of the beers. So let's see what we should do for beer number 2. So we have the sherry. And this one is an extra strong beer coming in at 8.25%. So it's not as high as this one. The quirky cousin of the wine family, sherry is concocted and aged inside the cradle of oak barrels, bringing a bubbly ale to life within those same barrels, has resulted in a bold but delightful brew. An inspiring of unique blend of European tradition and Canadian craft brewing. Well, I know my grandfather used to love his sherries, and he let me try it once. I wasn't a big fan. However, you never know. This might be good. So this is the sherry one. That's a different smell. That's a lighter color. It's not as dark as the cognac one. There's a lot of head to it and a lot of bubbles, so it's very, very carbonated. Ooh. You get a fruity smell with this one. That's interesting. Now, if you guys have been watching our stuff, you'd know that we actually did one that was the Curve Brew, and they mixed wine with beer. They did another edition this year, but I haven't gotten it, and I don't think I will. I had it last year, and it was okay. However, this one, they're not exactly mixing it. They're more of having it aged in a barrel. So, let's give it a shot. Wow. I don't know what to make of this one. It's got like a buttery flavor in the beginning. It's that buttery taste. It's hard to explain, I guess. It's a smooth sort of... it's a buttery taste, but then it turns into the woody from the barrels, which is, it's unique. So it goes from buttery to sort of like a very tart, woody flavor. Now, on the nose as well, one thing I didn't mention, that it does have sort of the buttery smell to it as well. So it's not exactly, the nose isn't exactly lying with the taste. It's actually going with it. Yeah, that's wild. That's really wild. Like, it's almost like having a bunch of popcorn, extra butter popcorn from the movie theater, and having the leftover remnants of the butter on your tongue as you're drinking a beer that's got a little bit of hops in it. It's different, very different. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I'm not an expert. I can't pick out all the tastes and flavors out of a beer. I don't claim to be anyways, but that's the taste I get. Like, as a buttery sort of wooden combination. It's not bad. Like, it's definitely different, and it's gonna be an acquired taste on this one. This one, I really have to say 3 out of 5. It's got some flavor, it's got some uniqueness to it. It's just, it's not quite, I don't know. It's weird. It's different. It's almost like the popcorn beer I had. Oh yeah, I had popcorn beer. Yeah, I'm not bad. Like, it's not bad. It's smooth, and you don't get much of an alcohol taste. I mean, it's lighter on the alcohol flavor, but it's heavier on this buttery wooden flavor. Yeah, it's just, seriously, 3 out of 5 on this one, and it's not bad. Like, it's an acquired taste. You may not find it as much, but it's just me. Well, the foam actually tasted a little bit better. Strange. 2 down, 1 to go. Let's see what the last one is, and that's the one I've been saving for last because they say that one's the best one. All right, the next one we have up is the bourbon aged. So this one is a strong 11%. It's the strongest of the 3. Apparently it's been one of the better ones out there, and a lot of people have liked this one. So I thought I'd try this one in a bit. So bourbon is truthfully the amber ambrosia of the American South. We acquired a fleet of oak barrels that have been used to cultivate this lofty spirit and allowed those barrels to breathe the essence of bourbon into every bubble of this home brown ale, creating a deliciously exotic and extremely well-spoken brew. Well, with that explanation like that, you can't go wrong, can ya? Oh, that looks milky. Oh my goodness gracious me. Well, it's definitely one of their ales, that's for sure. It's the dark brown, it's clear. So this one's got the different color overall. This one's got a decent color, and this one's got the dark ale that you're looking for. Not much head on this one. So the second one has the most head. Oh, hello. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely smell the barrels on this. The bourbon is actually pretty prominent on this sucker. That's not bad. Huh. So they've all got unique smells because of the different barrels they were aged in. That's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Well, folks, 3 for 3 down the hatch. Let's find out what happened, shall we? Oh my God. Wow. Just wow. That is definitely a bourbon flavor to it. Okay. Thor's Hammer has the same sort of barrel aged, but it's a barley wine. So that goes well together. This is an actual ale that's been in the bourbon barrel. This could actually be classed as a barley wine almost. It's got the sweetness of the bourbon. You get the notes of the wood, but it's not as prominent as the other two. It's more of a back note, but this is a sweet sort of flavor. You can't tell it's an 11%. Honestly, you can't. With the sweetness that's going on, you can kind of tell because of the fact it's 11%. It brings out more of the sweetness. But this, holy. I can see why everybody was liking this one. It's actually really delightful. Quite well done overall. This one, yeah, I'm going to have to say 4.5 out of 5 on this one. This one is really good. I like this one. It has some flavor to it, and it's got a delightful flavor. Now, this is what I expect from a barrel aged, is something like this. 11%, something with sweetness to it, a little bit of a woody aftertaste to it, but good, delightfully good, like it's almost a dessert beer. I can see myself having a sticky toffee caramel pudding with it or something like that. I actually like this a lot. This is something I would actually definitely buy again. This one's a good one. I love this one. This one's got the best roundabout flavors overall. But a lot of people have been using the bourbon as a barrel aged for beer. The other two you don't see it as much, like especially the cognac. Cognac, I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked that it's actually they used it, because you don't see a lot of people doing that. The bourbon, that's a common one, so basically it does come out rather well. The sherry, once again, you don't hear a lot of people using something that's got a little bit of a bitter taste to it, and it's just not well known. These two are good, don't get me wrong, they're good, but this one is what I expect from a barrel aged. This one right here is exactly what it is. Silky smooth, but sweet. If you don't like your sweet beers, it's not for you. You might want to try the other two because it's got a little bit more of a tart. This one has more of a tart taste to it. This one's got a sweet then tart, and this one's got a sweet and then pretty much a woody flavor behind it. Honestly, all three are really good. They are. So it is one of those ones where, what do I rate this? Would I spend the money on this again? Yes, actually I would. Because it gives you 3 different styles all together. I would actually do this again. I would actually buy it again, and I actually would enjoy it. But Paul, the brewmaster, he knows his stuff. Like, he's really done a lot of research behind things, studying behind things, and he's come into his own quite well over the past couple of years. If you sat down and had a 3-course dinner, right here would be the starter, entree, dessert. However, I've got 3 beers sitting in front of me. I haven't done something in a while. They're all Big Rock beers, so they might taste good together. Shall we try? I think so. Alright. Cognac. I've already got the bourbon here. Well, let's get the cognac in there. And the sherry. I said I wasn't going to do that again, but here I am doing it again. Well, we got into a very dark brown. It changed the smell. You still smell the barrels, but it changed it to more of a beer smell. Well, folks, welcome to our Frankenbrew. We haven't done this in a while. Maybe it's time we bring it back for a bit. No. Here we go. We got the cognac, we got the sherry, and we got the bourbon. All barrel aged, all different styles, all different tastes. Now it's time to drink up. Cheers, folks. Huh. That totally changed the flavor. Wow, that totally changed the flavor. It went to the tart, sweet barrel, but still no alcohol on the back. kind of tastes like the cognac a little bit more than anything else. It's not bad. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I actually like these things separately than I do all together. It's bringing out more saliva in my mouth because it wants to just try and wash it away. Yeah, these things need to be separate. They don't need to be together. It's not that great as a Frankenbrew. That's surprisingly, because Big Rock has always been pretty good as a Frankenbrew. This one, not so much. Yeah, folks, I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of that one. So, how do I rate these? First, second, and third. Surprisingly. I like the sherry more than I like the cognac. But the bourbon, I can understand why people like it. It is that good. I like that actually sweet, robust flavor of, and then the barrels on the back taste. It's just that good. Like I said, I love my barrels series. I really do. That's a barrel series. These two are attempts. They're not bad. They're good, but they're not great. They're not outstanding. They're good attempts, but it's not something that you would normally mix with beer. And I can understand why not a lot of people do that. This one, yeah. Now, if Big Rock came out with a rum barrel aged, and they did it with maybe, I don't know, I like to say their Scottish ale, their Scottish heavy, that would be a good combination. That would be an amazing combination. You get a good barrel aged rum from Jamaica who knows how to do their rum, and you get the Scottish ale inside there, and you go and do some mixing with it, and you have that as a barrel aged. That would actually be quite unique. I'd actually buy that a lot. It would have the bitter of the Scottish heavy, and it would have the sweetness of the rum. Like, you'd have to do a spiced rum. A spiced rum with a Scottish. Big Rock, you make this happen. Bring me a bottle. I'll review it. I swear. No, not exactly my style. Find it, buy it, drink it, enjoy it. It's good, folks. It really is. It's a limited edition, so once again, if you don't find it, I'm sorry. But if you find it, congratulations. Thank you once again. Here's to a new year. We're going to be back with a lot more episodes this year. Cheers, folks. We'll talk to you again real soon. Have a good night.